So, I don't know if you've noticed this, but there's currently a worldwide pandemic going on. And let me tell you this. It completely, completely screwed over my school. Let me explain. So, for some reason, my state legally defines me as a child. I don't know why, they just do for some reason. Someone tell me why, please. So, because I'm legally technically a child, I have to go to school. But since there was a pandemic this year, I could not physically attend school. So, come this new year, or this new school year, August, yeah, for some reason we had to start school earlier this year, I was forced to go to school virtually. And, despite the fact that it just sucked entirely, it was okay, man. Like, I got to play Minecraft during class. I'm not gonna complain. Let me see. Thank you. I'm going to get a free treasure. There's if I can get it before he respawns. Oh frick, oh frick, oh frick, oh frick, oh frick. I did not see you. And hey, free kills. So easy. I should probably make a bridge. So I had to do virtual for about like the first 2 months, right? Since there was currently a worldwide pandemic, I couldn't legally go to school because kids are probably just gonna cough on me. For being completely honest, I'm just gonna get coughed on, and I'm not allowing them to cough on me. And where am I going with this? So I was forced to do virtual for about, I'm gonna say, yeah, probably like 3 months, and it was honestly okay. It was definitely not fun, but hey, I was able to play Minecraft on my computer while the teachers were doing the Zooms. Honestly, not that bad. I'd rate it up probably a 6 out of 10. Maybe a 7, if I'm being generous. So, we couldn't keep up the schedule since I was, for some reason, part of the mixed schedule where if we had a chance to attend school, I would be legally required to go to school. Like, to physically attend the building, not like just partake in Zooms, because I did not choose to be a virtual student. That was a mistake, man. So I'm going to say, I feel like a few days after Thanksgiving, we were called in to go to school, like, for the first time. Okay, that's just fun. That's just fun. It's so fun. And honestly, not that bad. It was good to see some friends again, some fresh faces, fresh meat, the usual. And the schedule was honestly not that bad. The school is basically divided into 2 halves. So the school was divided into 2 halves. And by that, I mean they just divided the school depending on your last name. If your first name was in the middle half of the alphabet, you were cohort A. If your name was in the latter half of the alphabet, you were cohort B. So basically, cohort A would physically attend school on Mondays and Tuesdays and have the rest of the week off, while Wednesdays, well, they don't have the rest of the week off. They just basically do Zooms for the rest of the week, right? And then cohort B got Thursday and Friday where they had to... Oh, no. What the frick? Okay, that guy's good. That's, he has a high CPS. You idiot. You absolute imbecile. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! This is not cool. Holy crap, this guy can bridge! Can you, like, not bridge, please? That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Oh, okay. Go. Please, die, die, die. No, please, die! I'll pay you. Okay. Later, sucker. Okay, he knows where I live. He knows where I live. He knows where I live. You fool! You will die to my hand. I will die to your hands. Oh, we were the last teams. I didn't know. I got second place. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna admit I did not completely hate the new schedule. It was honestly kind of okay. Granted, each class was about 90 minutes long to make up for all the lost time we had over the year, and the fact that school, like the earlier year, stopped early because of the pandemic. So basically, when I went to school, I soon figured out that for some reason, teachers, they put tape arrows on the floor, which was like kind of a surprise for me. And they told us that these were one-way arrows to minimize the amount of people. To minimize the amount of people, basically in the hallways. Come on, dude, I'm trying to talk. Dude, come on, I'm trying to talk. Dude, come on. What is up with this man? This man. No, stop. You're an old grandma. You're not supposed to be able to kill me. So basically, we had these arrows to walk around the school to minimize the amount of contact in the school. Honestly, that plan didn't really work since it just meant kids had to travel more to get to the classrooms. Because, like, let's say you had classroom in point A, and the second classroom was in point B, but point B came before point A, if this makes sense. So you couldn't just walk back to the other classroom. You had to do a whole lap around the entire building to get to the other classroom. And honestly, I don't know what they were thinking, man. It was kind of a dumb idea. So we kind of remained with the schedule for, I want to say, like, probably a good 2 weeks before we were eventually forced back into virtual. Some guys got COVID, and the teachers were like, sound the alarm, sound the alarm. Did I just say alert? They're like, sound the alarm, sound the alarm. Some guy got sick. We can't have that in school. Is that George not found? What a nerd. I'm so good at this game. So after the prolonged, this guy isn't even gonna try. See ya, sucker. You're not getting the 4 diamond. Honestly, not gonna lie, I kind of miss the old schedule because we had to go back to the old schedule of Zooms every day for 2 hours each. Okay, first of all, who the hell thinks that's a good idea to have a class that lasts 2 hours? Like, dude, after like the 90-minute mark, you completely lost me. Like, I have no clue what's going on. And honestly, it was just a waste of time. We didn't even do anything. And remembering when your like projects were due or your homework was due was such a pain. Honestly, it was just horrible. But you know what? I got over it. It was probably a little bit better than waking up at 6. School started around 7, so it wasn't honestly as bad. Still annoying nonetheless. But you know what? I'm like, it's COVID. It's part of the price to pay. I should probably focus on the game a little bit more than the story. Didn't even finish the bridge. Why can everyone combo but not me? So as tradition goes, we spent probably like the next month in the schedule. And honestly, pretty good. But then I'm pretty sure January comes around and the school sends an email to everyone in the school district saying, hey, we changed up the schedule again. This time you're gonna be going to school, but this time there's gonna be no cohorts. We're mixing them up this time. You're gonna have fun because now you gotta wake up even earlier. There's gonna be twice the amount of people going to school, and now the class are longer. Yeah, good idea. Good idea, man. Honestly. And trust me, when I got this email, I was pissed, man. Like, not only did they change the schedule for the classes from being 90 minutes, which was already hard enough, made each class 2 hours long. I'm not kidding. 2 hours. Okay, I'm gonna say this out loud before I get some people yelling at me. I understand that I have it better than some people, but you have to see, I'm 13 years old. I'm not going to last 30 minutes, 2 hours. Like, I don't know who you think you are, Mr. Schedule, but that was just a bad idea. So already, you got mad people, right? Fudging. That was a good tactic, though. I'm not gonna lie. So the people were mad. No one liked the new schedule. Like, not even the students, not even the parents. They were like, "What the heck, man? That is not a good idea." I mean, twice the amount of students. Why? But like, honestly, I mean, I'm pretty sure some parents were like, "Yes, finally, no kids at last." Because like some people had like some kids, even though they had the same last name, some kids were cohort A while others were cohort B for some reason. I don't know why they did that. They were like, "Yep, good idea." Why the hell would you throw away diamonds? Hey, I'm so good at this game. So then comes the dreaded day. We gotta go back to school for real. So according to the district, they're like, "Yep, this time this is the real deal. This is your forever schedule." And honestly, I'm not having it, but I gotta go because I'm not illegal yet. So I start to attend. Oh my god, I hate this. This guy is just so annoying. So I start to go to school again, and dude, the classes were horrible. Like just think about it. Math for 2 hours? That's one too many hours. That's two too many hours. So, dreaded day comes, and I have to actually attend school for real. And let me tell you this. It was horrible, okay, man? Like, how did I manage 2 years of waking up at 6? I don't know. I don't care. I just could not do it this year, man. Honestly, it was just horrible. It was a pain. I don't know if because it was because I got used to like sleeping until like 8 for about probably like 7 months. But it was horrible, okay? Horrible. So I was already mad. Oh, the other students were mad. The parents were also mad. So no one was happy with the schedule, if we're being completely honest. And we were like begrudgingly there, and it was not well. Kids were not gonna lie, falling asleep in class. There were kids who were just playing games on the computer since we were forced to bring a laptop to school. Honestly, I'm going to admit I was one of those kids. Do not blame me. School sucked, okay? Yes, finally, okay. But the worst isn't even yet to happen, okay, man? I'm gonna say about a week after school starts, like the new schedule starts, we're finally getting the hang of it. And all of a sudden, we get the dreaded email. There's been a COVID case at our school. Okay? Not gonna lie, most of us were scared since we were in contact with everyone. Like you were in contact with more people than you ever were before this time. And then I got the email saying you have been in close contact of the person with COVID. And I was like, oh no, because that I don't want to die. But honestly, I was good. I just had to get quarantined for 2 days, and then they let me go back to school. Honestly, I'm gonna admit I kind of liked getting quarantined. And honestly, that was the beginning of the end. A week later, we got another email saying another potential COVID case at this close school. Closed. I said that correctly, by the way. At this school. And honestly, again, I was like, oh, well, this time I wasn't like scared, but it was more of a really again. And then that same day, we got another email, and then another. We got 3 emails that same day about a COVID case. So the next day, it was weird. Everyone was still there. Like no one was missing. Every student was still there. You'd be thinking like there was probably like at least 40 kids missing because there's like a 6-foot radius for each three classes per day. No. So I'm worried, right? No one's missing, but there were 3 COVID cases. So then I started to think, hey, maybe it's because they're in different grades, right? I'm in 8th grade, so maybe it's just the 6th graders and 7th graders who got sick, right? Yeah, maybe I'll be fine. And first hour, the phone rings. We're just doing our work, man, right? We're just like we're supposed to be doing in school, right? I think I might have been playing Plants vs Zombies if I'm being completely honest, but I do not care. The teacher picks it up, and she says, "Hey, blank student, like disclosed student, grab your backpack and then go to the office. Your parents need to pick you up." And I was like, "Okay, definitely not normal." Though I'm not gonna say that might have to do something with the COVID case, but you know what? It doesn't happen again for like the next hour. So I'm like, you know what? Probably nothing. Maybe they just got to go to maybe they got like a dentist appointment or something. I don't know. Then comes the next hour. I'm just sitting in the seat, waiting for the class to start. I'm talking to my friend. When my friend tells me, "Hey, guess what? In my first hour, I heard a rumor that during one of the breaks that we have in between classes, some girl ran away." And I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. That's actually pretty cool. Well, not like good, but like that's not normal. Hi, you're gonna die. I kept hearing more rumors about the girl who ran away. And honestly, I was like, okay, that's pretty dope that she ran away, but like, why? What's going on? Was something wrong? Honestly, no one knew her name. No one understood what was going on. But we were like, okay, maybe she just hates school like we do. That's awfully normal. But then the phone rings again. And another student is called down to the office to get picked up. And this time, the guy who sat next to me, he knows the kid who got sent down because we were in the same class, right? And he's like, I think he's being quarantined because he got a message from his mom saying, "Yeah, honey, here I'm coming to pick you up to school." He was like, "Wait, why?" And then his mom was like, "You're getting quarantined." And so we were like, "Oh, okay, definitely not a good sign." I wasn't too far away from him in the classroom, but definitely close enough to feel in danger, to put it lightly. So then we continue back to doing normal school stuff, right? Like learning how to make a drug empire, the usual. When the phone rings again, the teacher picks up, and another student is called out. I look at the phone. Their mom messages them again. It was a different student, obviously, this time, but it was the same thing. "Hey, I'm coming to pick you up. Get your things ready." So we're starting to get panicked. Like, okay, that's 2 students in a row in our classroom. Not good. And we're just starting to get a little bit worried, right? And then the phone rings again. Try to guess what happens this time. Yeah, another kid got sent down. And then another. And then another. And let me tell you this. By the end of the day, it was like a lamb slaughter. One by one, during each hour, probably like every 10 minutes, some kid got called down. Okay, perfect. And so by the end of the day, yeah, it was so empty. Like there was like so much space on the bus. Where normally it was like about like probably how many students were there actually? Probably like 20 students. There were now like 6. So definitely not a good sign for the school or its reputation. But you know what? I wasn't quarantined, so you know what? I'm like, this is very cool. Very fine. Works for me. The next day, it gets worse. One of the bus drivers got sick. So we were running low on bus drivers already because of the pandemic. And the teacher was like, or not the teacher, but more like the school district. Like, well, what do we do? We're running very low on bus drivers. One of the bus drivers got sick. They can no longer drive the students. What do we do? So they thought, hey, you know what? let's combine the buses. And you know what? It was honestly fine. Like me and another bus got combined, and honestly, it was like normal. We just had like the same amount of people in the bus as we did before everyone got quarantined. But you know what? We dealt with this for a week. Honestly, not bad. Comes the week after everyone got quarantined. People started coming back. Honestly, it got pretty bad. It was about 30 per like, no, not 30. It was like 40, literally 40 kids per bus. Honestly, that was not per bus. It's per our bus. Oh my god, I almost fell off with 11 numbers. And it was pretty scary. Every seat was now filled, so there was 3 people. 3 people per seat. I mean, I somewhat understand that if it was normal school, like if you're running low on bus drivers anyways. But like normally, like even like not normally, but in a pandemic where we still have to wear a mask, where we still trying to stay 6 feet away, it's already hard enough in the classroom. But you want us to do that in the bus? Like, dude, I'm pretty sure we surpassed the weight limit for the bus. Like, I am not kidding. So it was honestly pretty horrible. We kept getting complaint, like parents kept complaining to the school about how overcrowded the bus was. How not only that it was like definitely illegal what they were doing with the bus. I mean, pandemic or not, that was honestly just illegal. I mean, there's no way you should have 3 kids per seat in the entire bus. Like, I'm sorry, but you cannot just tell me that, hey, we're gonna have about 3 kids per seat now. Like, no, no. What are you thinking? And honestly, I swear to God, the school is just like run by mad lads. Like, they don't even care about the students anymore. Like, it's just, how can we try to make it seem like we're doing safe things when in reality we're not? That's basically school in a nutshell right now. And honestly, it's getting kind of crazy. There's still kids getting quarantined every single day. Like, no joke. Every single day there's at least one new quarantine. So currently, the bus problems have not been getting fixed. There's still kids getting quarantined. And you know what? I'm not going to actually pin the blame on the adults this time, but instead the students. Like, honestly, I'm going to say this is pretty much the students' fault. Because, like, there's kids, like, literally doing stuff like when they're talking, like, they just entirely take their mask off to just talk. I mean, sure, I get it. It's not easy to talk with your mask on. But you've got to be kidding me. Like, there's literally kids at lunch. I mean, like, well, not lunch, because like in lunch you're forced to take your mask off, but like there's literally kids in the middle of the classroom who sit next to each other just taking their mask off to talk, spitting in each other's faces. Don't even get me started on lunch. In the lunch period, there's currently kids who just take their mask off, and like it's supposed to be a limit of 6 per table. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty big table, but like honestly, they don't break the rules. Like the peer pros like don't even care. They're like, you know what, fine. You and your entire friend group can sit, but just for today, okay, not tomorrow. Got it? And then they sit there for the entire year like that. And I'm like, bruh. The pandemic has negatively affected my community in a lot of ways. But what can I, Daniel, do to help my community? Well, nothing! Because I'm still legally defined as a goddamn child!